Hello, friends, and welcome into the Cowboys Report. I am your host, Tom Downey, back from my trip in Cabo with some news to discuss, and guess what? It's not good because we all watched that game, and we're all still mad about it. But we're going to begin with Leighton Vander Esch and his neck and his surgery that is upcoming and will occur in January. You might have heard about it already, which I expect. He has neck surgery coming up to fix the nerve issue that has cost him several games this year. His season's over. He's going on IR. Vander Esch also confirmed he has cervical spinal stenosis, which several of you predicted correctly in the comments section. The Cowboys, meanwhile, keep saying it's minor, the surgery is minimally invasive, he'll be ready before camp. For starters, is there such thing as a minor neck surgery? That's a big deal to me, and especially for a player who had neck concerns and neck injury red flags coming out of the draft, which the Cowboys said, no, he's fine. Here we are, getting a neck surgery in year 2. It's not great. So we'll talk short-term and long-term. First, the short-term stuff. LVE has confirmed he has the stenosis, which, here's his quote, "From what the doctors say, I was born with stenosis." So it's something you got to deal with. Nothing was bothering me till I got hit in week 7. Got a new set of pads being built. That's a red flag for me. That's not normal. I've been running and practicing in those, so it feels good. Okay, I guess that's good news there. The Cowboys, again, the short-term side of it, whatever. I mean, Joe Thomas, that actually means he's banged up right now. They got Covington, Justin March, Malcolm Smith got roasted in coverage. Jalen's missed tackles this year. Sean Lee has missed tackles this year. They've missed Leighton Vander, especially with other injuries starting to add up there. But let's also face facts here. Vander Esch was not the same guy this year. Now, the entire Cowboys defense has not been the same, and that's a big red flag. And make no mistake, they miss having Vander Esch out there, but his numbers dropped off. And those numbers look close enough. You can not quite double, but you're in the same range there. Not as good as coverage, but it's the missed tackles. And Vander Esch missed a ton. 14 in 9 games. He's played fewer games than everybody else on that list. Sean Lee, Jalen Smith, Cheeto, Xavier Woods. And it's Vander Esch who still leads the team in missed tackles. Now, linebackers tend to miss more than every position, but that's not a great sign there. So that's your short-term impact. Before we get into the long-term impact, I want to know from you guys, what is your panic level at right now for Leighton Vander Esch? Grade this for me on a scale of 1 to 10. I'm at DEFCON 2. This is a big deal to me, and with the long-term coming up, we'll get into a second. Before we dive into that, let me know in the comments. Scroll down to the pinned comment. It'll be this. You might get an ad break, but go ahead and respond while you're in those comments. All right, on now to the long-term outlook here for Leighton Vander Esch. The Cowboys continue to say, oh, no, he's fine. There's nothing long-term to be concerned about. Surgery's not career-threatening, which this particular one, no, it's not. Here's your problem. If this does not fix the nerve issues for Leighton Vander Esch, and he gets hit again and has more neck issues, there's some pretty significant long-term doubts because it's your neck. It's kind of important. So Dallas Morning News just kind of had a great in-depth piece on this story. Spoke with Dr. Neil Anand, who is a doctor out in LA, specialized in this type of thing. Now, he hasn't met with LV, but has dealt with athletes with similar stuff. Here's what he said. If it happens again, I'm quite sure it would be a good idea not to play. You're risking the spinal cord. At the end of the day, your spinal cord takes precedence over any amount of athleticism or whatever incentives are involved. It is your spinal cord. So I think if you get that the second time around, most people would advise not to play. The risk is just too much. Nobody wants a spinal cord injury. That's why we're at DEFCON 2. That's not good. What I am taking away from this is Leighton Vander Esch is one more bad, awkward hit away from his career being done. Now, that's kind of true for everybody. But I am concerned here. The neck was a pre-draft issue. It popped up in year 2. Now he's getting neck surgery. Now, I'm sure Vander Esch could find a doctor to clear him if that was really the case. But I'm concerned here. I think we should all be very worried because now your future, Entering this year, your linebacker depth chart was the best in the NFL. Jalen Smith, young, promising, coming off a great year. LVE had one of the best rookie seasons for a linebacker in a long time, even with Darius Leonard playing out of his mind. Now, you got Jalen has regressed. He just got paid, so he's there. Sean Lee's a free agent. His body's kind of starting to fail him. He might just retire after this year. Leighton Vander Esch, meanwhile, he's kind of a question mark. So all of a sudden, what do you do here if you're the Cowboys? I don't know where they're at. I think you have to operate under this assumption. Leighton Vander Esch will be back in 2020. He will resume his old form, and we will maybe spend a late-round pick on a linebacker, but they can't add another high pick yet. You have to assume your first-round pick from 2 years ago is still going to help you given how good he was his first year. That's kind of a dangerous situation here for the Cowboys and for Leighton Vander Esch. So I'm going to be optimistic and hope things turn out well, but you're damn right I'm concerned. This was something we were told, it's not a big deal. He'll be back this season. He was never going to come back. I think that's pretty clear right now. I don't trust the Cowboys with what they leak out about their injuries. They were said, he should be back this year, and he wasn't back. He now has surgery. We're at DEFCON 2. I hope he's okay, but I'm pretty damned worried right now about Vander Esch, and I think we all should be, knowing not much you can do except hope he gets better and worry about it later if he's not. Now, today's show is brought to you by BetDSI. Head over to chatsports.com/bet. Use that promo code Cowboys120. No LVE this week, but they're still 11-point favorites against the Redskins because, the Redskins are bad at football. It's chatsports.com/bet. Use that promo code Cowboys120. Let's talk Amari Cooper, because I am still pissed off about this entire thing with the Cowboys coaching staff and the bullshit they're trying to feed us. So to recap, as you all know, Cooper and Randall Cobb, which has been totally overlooked because it's all about Cooper, were not on the field for 4th and 8 against Philadelphia. Cooper played the third most snaps against wideouts. Freaking Ventel Bryant came in on that final drive. The Cowboys, since that, have used multiple excuses to explain why their best receiver wasn't on the field. 2 of the best receivers weren't on the field. Here's the issue. None of them make sense. So immediately after the game, right, Jane Slater comes out. I'm not blaming any of the reporters, by the way. Don't get me wrong. This is the Cowboys organization. After the game. This was not a benching. This was part of a rotation. They wanted to give Tavon Austin a shot because the Eagles have a hard time with smaller, quick guys. Okay, that's bullshit. If that's your actual mindset, coaching staff are full of idiots. Austin is not better than Amari Cooper. All right, then it comes out, he was gassed. All right, he'd run 2 go routes, which, by the way, they're on the 25-yard line. If you can't run 25 yards twice in a row, you're hurt. Ooh, we'll get to that in a second. So, he's gassed. Okay, use a damn timeout then. You weren't going to get a stop on defense. We all know that. All right, so then number 3, from Garrett himself. Oh, no, we wanted 2 tight ends and Tavon Austin out there. Wow, Garrett, by the way, totally throws Kellen Moore under the bus, as Garrett always does in those Monday press conferences. He always does it. So, if I believe this, then, it's not that they made a mistake. It's just incompetence. That makes it better, right? We wanted Tavon Austin, Blake Jarwin, and old-ass Jason went out there instead of Cooper and Randall Cobb. So your excuse is that you're dumb? And then it comes out, finally, Clarence Hill, that the Cowboys limited Cooper's snaps because he wasn't playing well. So it was a benching. We've come full circle. The Cowboys are trying to explain away their asinine coaching moves. That's where we're at. The spin is ridiculous. It doesn't make sense. The reality is the coaching staff messed up, and they're trying to get rid of the blame. Now, Cooper this year overall, and we'll kind of have a little overall discussion here. Cooper this year, look at the overall body of work, that's pretty damn good. If I had told you those would be his numbers after 16 games, we would all take that, right? We would all take that. The problem is, we all know something is not right with Amari Cooper. He is off right now. It is very clear. Now, Were the reports from Oakland right that he was a bit of a whiner and mopey guy? I saw some mopiness on the sideline. That's not a good sign. But I think the more likely outcome here is that Amari Cooper's hurt. The Cowboys keep saying, oh, no, he's not hurt. But we can go through the list after list of lower body injuries Amari Cooper has dealt with this year. I don't think he's healthy. And frankly, as I mentioned with LVE, I don't trust anything coming out of injuries from this Cowboys organization. They just lie to us like they did with the reasons for not having Cooper out on the field. And I think it's very clear when you look since Week 10, as the injuries kind of piled up for Amari Cooper. Since Week 10, so Week 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Played quite a few games there. 22 catches, 249 touchdowns. His numbers have been cut by almost half in that time frame before what it was before that, if you kind of balance it out. He has not been the same guy. So either A, Cooper's upset. Kind of don't know if that's the case there. He's a very blunt guy, and I think he made that clear in his post-game press conferences. Or he's upset and just not trying hard. I don't really buy that. He forgot to play football. That's not it. Or he's hurt. The Cowboys can keep saying Amari Cooper is totally healthy, but he's clearly banged up. I mean, how many foot lower body injuries has he had this year? It's been quite a few, right? I don't think he's healthy. That's my explanation. And later on down the road, we'll talk about if you want to pay him or not, because that's a whole discussion. But I just don't think he's healthy. Now, we'll see how much he plays against the Redskins, which the Cowboys are an 11-point favorite against this week on BetDSI. Head over to chatsports.com/bet. Use that promo code Cowboys120 for a 120% deposit bonus. You put down $50, boom, extra $60 coming your way. Only on BetDSI, chatsports.com/bet. Use that promo code Cowboys120. Final note here, Xavier Su'a-Filo, his season is done. Has a broken bone in his leg, and he now needs surgery. It was already starting for the injured Connor Williams. Leaves Joe Looney as the next man up at guard. Su'a-Filo was serviceable for the Cowboys, but now he also has that injury bug. That is 3 different left guards the Cowboys have lost this year. Kind of crazy, right? Su'a-Filo goes down, Williams goes down, and Connor McGovern never actually played this season. So Looney's next up, and there will be a roster move coming for the Cowboys on the interior. They got 5 tackles and 3 interior guys. It's probably only going to be 1 game, but they'll probably try and sign somebody here to help back up center guard, right? Or maybe it's promoting the guy in the practice squad right now, but more depth coming. Unfortunately for the Cowboys, it's just that time of the year, players get hurt. So no Su'a-Filo against the Redskins. Everyone in the comments, predict the score. Redskins, Cowboys, if you follow me on Twitter, what going down, and you know, I don't even want to win. Give me the higher draft pick, because your Eagles are going to win. So predict the score, Redskins at the Cowboys, in the comments section. Hey Cowboys fans, thanks for watching the Cowboys Report. If you haven't already, click right here to subscribe to our channel for all the best Cowboys coverage on the internet. That's news, rumors, highlights, mailbags, film studies, and a whole lot more. And I'm making your lives a little bit easier as well with the next Cowboys Report video right here.